Mayor, how you doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Bobby Dirkens here. I'm sitting out here in my work shed. It's where I do my thinking and get my stuff done. Hey, I know I've been missing in action, but I ain't dead. A lot of people thought I was dead. Why do y'all think I'm dead all the time? I'm alive. I'm well. I'm vibrant. Well, I had to come out and talk about this. Pat Fitzgerald. That's a presidential sounding name, ain't it? Sound like it. Pat Fitzgerald. Well, he got fired yesterday for letting his players do weird nude stuff. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. They up there at one of them highfalutin universities, and they up there around Chicago. I'm shocked that they were offended by what they were doing. I mean, I figured that they, quite honestly, I thought that they'd be thrilled that all them boys were walking around with their junk hanging out and rubbing up against each other. I mean, my Lord, it's just like when, I work for the county killing cats for the county. Feline control, as they like to clean it and call it. And they do these diversity things all the time to where they're like, you need to celebrate other people's lifestyles and stuff. I would figure they'd all be celebrating stuff like this real big time. I mean, I'd figure they'd be glad that these boys be rubbing up against each other and the junk and the stuff. I mean, it's just like at work. It's like when I'm at the county, they do these trainings about once a year. And it's like, you're supposed to celebrate this stuff. Well, Pat Fitzgerald was just celebrating it. He's letting his boys out there. I mean, they got their noodles hanging out. And, I mean, it just is what it is. I figured they'd all be clapping and grinning and dancing and, praising and stuff. But, yeah, now I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want no man rubbing up against me. I just don't want it. I mean, I don't even like to leave a door unlocked when I'm, taking a shower and Bobby Dirkens Jr. walks in there and they see, they walk in the door and pull the curtain back. I mean, they see what, get the giggling. Get out of here. Shut up. Close that door. But I'm just shocked they fired him. And I'm just telling you, I am shocked they fired him because I figured up there around Chicago, they'd be thrilled all them boys just naked and touching all over each other and, frolicking and singing show teams and stuff like that. I figured they'd be thrilled by it. But apparently not. And for this moment, I'm going to do an impromptu singing of Pat Fitzgerald. This is not a green screen. Pat Fitzgerald's fired because he got his boys to play nude games. That's all I have. Now, you always have to wonder when stuff like this comes out, is it for real? You never know when there's some. I wouldn't be shocked if it comes out later that someone who maybe, how do I say is clean, maybe downstairs never matured, and people laughed at him and giggled and called them names like bald or something. They got upset and they went and claimed all this crap went on. I wouldn't be shocked. Would you? Who was that Sean Oakman youngin? That was at Baylor. Didn't somebody claim he did a bunch of bad stuff, ruined his career, and then it was like, psych? I could be wrong, but, Lord, I'm telling you right now. But I'm just sitting in this. That despicableness. You see that I'm just going to tell you right now, if I was part of a team and part of now if their hazing was, beating you, that's fine. But as soon as I start singing ding dongs, Bobby Dirkens quitting the football team. As soon as a goober makes an appearance, I'm leaving. That's where I draw a line. What about in the showers, Bobby? Hey, listen. I don't eat. I just don't want to. Sickeningness. Maybe the guy was in there and he actually enjoyed a little more than what they were doing than what he was supposed to. Then some of them got freaked out. And then at that time he got offended and then he blew the whistle. I don't know, folks. This is weird junk. This is stuff that goes on like in Asheville, North Carolina on a Tuesday. 1:15 on a lunch break. I don't know what they're all upset about. I'm going to tell you, when a linebacker shows up in a corset, all bets are off. It's just leave. Is that my quarterback? Oh, hold on one second. If the quarterback shows up in a bustier, I don't think we're running a football team anymore. Parker Henderson asked, on a scale of 1 to Joe Paterno, how bad is it looking for Pat? Well, not near as bad as for Paterno. When you have a defensive coach who likes little youngins, that takes the cake. Sickening nastiness. You remember that guy who said he walked in and caught Sandusky? I'm just being honest here. And he didn't know what to do. Hey, I got an idea. You're like 6'4". How about you go over there to that man and beat? Lord help me. Go over there and beat him. That's what you do instead of having a nervous breakdown and running away. Yeah, Pat Fitzgerald ain't did nothing even compared to the Sandusky-ness that went on. But everybody, Pat Fitzgerald is no more. He is now suing, saying that there was no just cause, that his rights were violated. Oddly enough, the guy who's complaining said certain things were violated with him too. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. I might be old redneck sitting out here in my shed drinking cold beer and listening to Alan Jackson, but I'm just going to tell you right now, there's something even weirder going on here. You can go ahead and take that to your bank. You can deposit it. You can flirt with a girl who's working at the counter. Something else weird going to come out. You watch it, whoever that anonymous player is, watch it come out that, he was just enjoying the hazing a little too much, and the people got freaked out about it. Then he got offended, and now he's complaining about it. Don't be shocked when something like that. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I did not say that's going to happen. I just said, don't be shocked when that comes out. In about 10 years, when Pat Fitzgerald's his entire career and reputation is completely and totally ruined, then the truth comes out. That's how this normally works. Y'all know that, right? Y'all ain't got that yet, have you? Y'all not heard about that? You might need to. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go on out. I think there's some gas fumes in here. And there was a family of beavers rattling around here. I'm gonna have to fumigate and stuff. But listen, I'm Bobby Dirkens. I ain't dead. I'm alive, I think. But if you're new here, Go ahead and subscribe. But Pat Fitzgerald has been fired because of weird sex crap going on with the football team. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. As long as you don't show up with a bustier on and wanting to touch my man land, I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.